A Bakersfield man was charged with the murder of his wife earlier this month. Now, police reports obtained by 23 ABC shows at least one prior instance of domestic violence in that relationship. Local officials say concerns about that type of violence have only increased during the pandemic. 23 ABC's Bain Froney is joining us live from the Alliance Against Family Violence and Sexual Assault in Central Bakersfield with more about what an abusive relationship looks like and where you can get help. Bain?
23 ABC acquired a police report against John Gardner from his wife. Now his wife told police that this wasn't the first time that her husband had been violent against her. It's situations like these that cause organizations to want to try and help.
People that are involved in violent relationships, it never starts out physically violent.
While we don't know how John and Jane Gardner's relationship started, we know how it ended, with John being arrested for the murder of his wife back on December 10th. But problems appear to have began years ago. According to a police report filed by Jane back in 2007, she first made claims of domestic violence. She also told police that this wasn't the first time her husband had been violent with her. She had just never reported it.
There are many reasons why people either choose to report or not to report. If you think about it, if somebody has been isolated, not allowed to work, kept at home, they're financially obligated to the individual. And so it is often the case that they are entirely dependent upon the individual that's harming them.
According to Lewis Gill, CEO of the Alliance Against Family Violence and Sexual Assault, 13% of all violent crimes take place between partners. 19% of all domestic violence calls involve some type of weapon. 72% murder-suicides involve intimate partners. And of those, 94% of the victims are women.
Domestic violence knows no socioeconomic boundary. Don't ignore the voice inside you that says this is not okay.
But there are resources for those that are stuck in an abusive relationship. The Alliance Against Family Violence and Sexual Assault provides emergency shelter as well as counseling for those that have been in domestic violence situations.
There are many different ways that we are able to assist an individual to reclaim their life.
And if you know someone who you believe may be struggling, Gill advises that you simply ask if they are okay.
You just have to keep offering to help and offering to help, because sooner or later that person will need some assistance, and you got to make sure you haven't hardened your heart and that you have stopped being willing.
If you or someone you know is in a domestic violence situation, you can contact the organization at 327-1091. In Bakersfield, Bain Froney, 23 ABC, connecting you.